It's right here. You can see the edges of it.
Is that it there? I think it is. Look closer.
Pay attention to the dash cam footage from the first officer to arrive at the scene. Amidst the scorching Nevada desert sun, the officer's gazes settled on a small thicket just a few hundred meters from the highway. The camera captured them slowly pushing aside the dry branches to reveal a small, naked body lying motionless on the hot, sandy ground. Because shortly afterward, the police discovered that the child was not lost but had been murdered and abandoned by her own mother. Today, let's join Liu Channel in unraveling the dark layers of deception through the shocking evidence at the crime scene.
I saw it here, right there.
Okay, stop.
Friday, May 28th, 2021, Clark County, Nevada. A group of hikers, on a remote trail, stops after noticing something unusual in the brush. The group immediately called 911, and authorities were dispatched to the Mountain Springs area. The report was deemed extremely serious, prompting authorities to prepare for a disturbing scene.
How's it going?
I told this guy not to put this trash in. Maybe there is some evidence. It's right here, just 50
okay,
feet
let me roll the window up.
Yeah, I see you taking trash. Maybe there is some evidence, so let's...
Yeah, hey guys, can you just hold on for a second? Thanks, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, we just parked here.
Okay. Where is it at? Hang on. Come here. Just tell me where it's at real quick, so I don't want to be walking where I might have some marks or anything.
Yeah, I make accidental marks, so I will show you all the way closer. Please come on. We're going to Little Zion this way. My wife needs to go pee before she goes, so she says going to go this way, and that's here, and she starts yelling. There is a dead body. I know dead body, naked body.
Slow down.
So I heard that she was from there, and she yelled, and you see, I saw it here, foot, right there.
Okay,
and
stop.
That's my step.
All right, go wait over there by that sign.
Okay.
Just minutes after the call, the first officer arrived. A witness was waiting at the end of the trail and led him straight to the scene, a short distance from the main road. Between the dry bushes and the bare ground lay the motionless body of a child. There was no movement, no trace of how the child had gotten there. The scene appeared untouched, no clothing, no personal belongings, no signs of intervention or rescue. At that time, no one knew who the child was, nor when they had died. The only thing clear was that this was not a scene connected to any previously reported incident. The question lingered. Did the crime happen here, or was this the end? The absence of clothing and personal belongings immediately elevates concern. Investigators note whether removal occurred before or after death, as this can indicate intent, concealment, or an attempt to interfere with later identification. The officer radios in for medical response and clarifies the scene. It appears to be a male, not a female. He tells witnesses to remain nearby and requests identification. He confirms a vehicle associated with one witness and tells them they will need to stay for a while.
Go and hike on their own.
Okay. Hey guys, I got a dead body, so if you could just leave the trash can. I don't know if I'm going to have any evidentiary value in there, so...
It had locked that we got access to.
Okay.
So
cool.
No way they could have done anything inside, but yeah, we can just leave it.
Okay. I appreciate it. Did you already dump it, or...?
No.
Okay,
just
cool.
Look it up, but we could just leave it.
Just leave it?
Yeah, just leave it, and I don't know if we're going to have anything in there, but yeah, just leave it.
Can we get a wellness check on these guys? Folks back here?
On who?
Folks.
I can't, I gotta deal with this right now.
Well, just make sure it wasn't one of them that was actually over there.
Yeah, I'll work on that when my partner gets here. So, cool, thanks man, I appreciate it.
You need to talk to me?
Yeah, I need your, do you have your ID?
Yeah, but they can go hiking, yeah? I don't want to interrupt there.
At this point, officers are balancing two priorities: preserving a fragile outdoor scene and documenting everyone who had proximity before law enforcement arrived. Early witness placement matters because footprints, disturbed vegetation, and tire marks can quickly degrade.
You know the plants.
Yeah, you're the one that found it?
No, she found it.
She found
saw
it?
it first.
I went to a party, so I went there and I saw the person lying there.
The police separated the witnesses and gathered their personal information. One person in the group identified the woman as the first person to see the body. These incomplete accounts gradually formed the initial basis for the overall picture.
Did you saw it?
Yeah.
Is the person, is a girl? Is a woman?
No, it looks like a boy.
Is a boy?
Yeah.
Once the scene was under control, police called for medical assistance and began questioning those nearby. They all agreed on one point: no one had touched the body. A local worker suggested checking nearby trash cans. But still, there was no explanation for how the victim got there. No cameras, no direct witnesses, no immediate clues. And then a fact emerged: the victim was a boy, and no one could, or was willing to, say why he was there alone in the middle of the desert.
How's it going? It's Patrick Callow, resident. Hey, it's naked body, looks like an Asian male. Fairly young, I'd say. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe late teens. Doesn't appear any trauma, but it is naked and just laying in a bush. Well, he's not all like bloaty and weird looking. When you're coming into Mountain Springs, right before the first residential turn, Pinion, there's like it's right across from where they called it out. If you have a GPS, and it'll say like thick grass or whatever the that tree was. I'm trying not to walk all over in your guys' dirt. I don't know if there's like some scrapes on the left shin. The feet are dirty on the bottom.
Over the radio, the police officer reported finding no signs of injury or personal belongings nearby. The child's identity remains unknown, but evidence at the scene suggests a deliberate act of abandonment. The remote location further complicates the investigation. The condition of the skin and feet suggests the body was not submerged and likely placed or left on land. Dirt on the soles indicates contact with the ground while unclothed, a detail that later assists in reconstructing movement before death.
Yeah, I don't see anything out here. Yeah, what happened was they're like older, and they came up here to hike, and the PR's wife went into the bushes to go take a piss and was like, holy shit, there's a dead body. I got a dead body in the bushes.
The ambulance pulled up near the trail. 2 paramedics stood waiting, awaiting police to take them to the location where the body had been found. The scene was still intact, and at this point, it was being treated as a crime.
About to pronounce because you're a paramedic, or?
That's pronounced.
Yeah.
You got my blessing.
All right. For the paramedic on AMR 111, it's 419. Yeah, so they were hiking. His wife came out here to take a leak in the bushes and saw the body. So it's not sunburnt, so I think it was obviously overnight. But I have homicide ID and everybody else coming out, so. And are you guys able to, I don't know if ID is gonna want all of our shoe prints. Are you guys able to stick around for a while?
Absolutely, we have nothing else we'd rather be doing.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I don't know how far they're gonna take it or what their deal is, but.
The police worked carefully, trying to preserve the scene. The child's body was unclothed, partially hidden in the bushes, and showed no obvious signs of injury. There were no belongings around. Medical personnel confirmed the inevitability. The child was dead. No witnesses, no clear evidence, and an isolated location. All of this only raises unanswered questions. How did the boy get there? Why was he naked? And why was no one to report him missing?
And here's the deal. I need you guys, if you could, to just hang out by the tree. I have detectives on the way out, and I want to try to limit everybody's movements here as much as possible. You think you'd be able to help me out with that? We don't need fire, right?
I already canceled them, but they'll come anyway if they think it's cool, just so they can like...
Well, they're not coming in my scene.
So, yeah, I was going to say, tell them not to over. I already canceled them.
Hey, I got the whole works coming out, so I'm trying to limit all the footprints and everything I got, so I don't know.
When the fire department arrived, the police quickly reported what they had observed. From this point on, the incident was determined to be a child murder with criminal implications.
Hey, is this BLM or us?
Depends.
Right up there where that cone is.
U.S. Forest Service.
It's Forest Service?
Might be.
I need to find out.
You need to call your boss right now.
Okay.
And he's already been made aware of it, but you definitely want to get ahead of that.
That's witnesses. To the right of that cone is where... Hey, Sarge, what's up? Hey, sorry, I've been a little inundated with tasks over here. So I got a what looks to be 12 to 14-year-old Asian male dumped in. Yeah, it looks like strangulation. Yeah, I got to call 911, figure out if this is Forest Service or BLM or us. I got to call Ray Spencer back. Then I got to call Isaac Otten. Yeah, I was on the line with Spencer when he was calling me. Yeah, no, it's very accessible. It's literally like maybe 150 to 200 yards off of the 160. No, it's right before. So when you're going up, right before you hit Pinion, you know that little dirt parking lot with all the trees? That's off to we're right there.
The victim's identity remains a mystery. Investigators believe the boy was approximately 12 to 14 years old and showed signs of strangulation. An alert has been issued to several relevant agencies, including the U.S. Forest Service. The location where the body was found is not easily accessible, but not too far either, only 150 to 200 yards from the highway. This doesn't seem like a random choice. It's discreet enough to conceal the body, but convenient enough to return to without attracting attention. Someone placed the body there for a reason, and the question is, why so close to a public trail? There are no signs of a struggle, no witnesses, no suspicious reports. Currently, investigators can only ask questions. There are no answers yet.
What's up?
When I got here, there was a biker sitting under this tree here, mountain biker, sitting with either resting or whatever. So when she started yelling, and I started, after I found it, I started making phone call, walking this way. He kind of drove it closer, but then he took off. I didn't pay attention.
Okay.
According to a witness, the initial moment began when a cyclist spotted the body and screamed. That sound drew the attention of those nearby, and shortly afterward, a 911 call was made.
You guys okay?
I like investigating work.
Yeah.
And I knew it, I screw it stepping in front right away. And because she started yelling, so I was looking naked men. I was thinking some idiot exposing himself to ladies in the wood. So I make it from the trail 2 steps, and that was in front of me. I didn't pay attention.
It's fine. All right, I got some more stuff I gotta do, and then a whole bunch of people are gonna be showing up.
Okay.
All right.
And the shouts of the pedestrians attracted many people to the scene.
Hiya, my name's Pete.
Joseph.
Joseph, nice to meet you. They didn't go up towards the scene, correct?
Who?
Your friends?
We passed all by.
Okay.
This lady and this showed the first.
Okay.
No, I was looking for bush
Because
to go
what?
back
We
Okay.
came here, we parked right here, and her and me, we went on the trail. Yeah,
Okay.
we started walking on.
Okay.
And they need bathroom, so they went this to the bushes, and just 30 seconds after we get from the car, she hear naked body, or naked body on the ground, or something like that. This lady understood snake, and I hear snake first too. Snakes, I know. And then she said, no, naked body, naked body. So I was on the trail, and I started looking kind of far if I see something. It was in front of me, and I actually leave the 2 imprints from me. Because I was just walking, and
These inconsistencies are common in sudden discoveries. Investigators focus less on exact wording and more on overlapping facts, time window, direction of travel, and who was present before law enforcement arrived.
Do you have your IDs with you?
Yeah, but we have to.
I'm not going to have you fill out a statement. I just need to document it that you're here.
Yeah, he didn't give it to me, my ID.
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah.
Oh, it was you?
Yep. No, it was the other guy, but I have it now. So
Okay, we are also doing it.
I'll make sure you get it back. Trust me.
we have disrupted day now. We're supposed to be done.
Well, we'll get you guys out of here shortly, okay? We'll do our best.
We cannot go hiking.
Not right now. Yeah. Thank you.
Mine, I have to
That's okay.
I don't know when gonna send it.
Control G80, right?
Perfect, thank you.
Witnesses were identified and grouped according to their proximity to the scene. Some said they saw the body from a distance, but others admitted they didn't notice anything unusual until they heard that a 911 call had been made.
We were wondering, one, if you know your neighbors.
We don't, that alarm that's been going off for like 2 weeks, is that what you're talking about?
No, what happened was there was a homicide right behind your house.
Oh.
And we wanted to know if you guys heard anything from the hours last night
There was coyotes, and my dogs were going crazy about 11:30. Yeah. somebody was killed behind that house last night.
It's,
Oh.
you know where the archery range?
Yeah.
It's right across from
Oh, in the round area, the parking area.
there. No, it's on this side of the street. So it's literally, if we go to your backyard, you can probably see where we're working.
Okay, so I told him I heard coyotes at 11:30. It was a strange coyote.
Neighbors began recalling small details. The night before, their dogs had become restless and disruptive. Some thought it was a coyote, but one woman made it clear that the noises were unusual. These accounts helped narrow down the time frame from around 11 p.m. to dawn.
I don't think we're just going around and talking to the neighbors, finding out, did you hear anything? Did you see anything?
Our dog got excited about the coyotes last night. That's what we thought it was.
Yeah, no. He's got the best cameras.
Next door, this gray house?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she has an alarm, like I said, that's been going off for like 3 weeks, so.
Okay. Anybody hear anything from 5 p.m. to 7 a.m.? See any cars, anything like that? And, but the coyotes howling and stuff like that at 11:30 might have been a good chance that's...
Was it 11:30?
Yeah.
I know it was 11:30 because I looked at the clock, but.
Well, maybe they came across the body at that time. We don't know.
He's got a son.
Police expanded their search area, knocking on doors near the scene. One person recalled their dog being restless around 11:30 p.m. Another said they heard wolf sounds. The details weren't coherent, but they could still help narrow down the time frame of the incident. Authorities inquired about security cameras and alarms. Some houses had cameras, others didn't, and even if they did, it was unclear whether any footage survived or would be reviewed. Amidst these gaps, the question remained, could the perpetrator be found?
Well, what I understand, there's somebody, it looks like somebody dumped a body down there.
Yeah.
That's really all I know.
So basically, we're just wondering if you had any cameras that point towards that area?
Not really any cameras.
It's
we
gorgeous.
Just about everything else, but no cameras.
No cameras. Now, did you guys hear anything unusual last night?
I didn't, but you know what? I've got 3 adult kids that live with us.
Okay.
They wander the house all night long, so why don't I give them a call and see?
Yeah, that would definitely help us. Because I know coyotes howling up here is not unusual.
Just last week, there was a pack of them just over that hill.
Yeah.
Late afternoon, early evening.
So he was up until about 1, and he said at about 11 he heard coyotes. It sounded like they were messing with the neighbor's dogs. So it sounds like the dogs were kind of going nuts.
As time passed, officers continued to search the surrounding area. Most locals reported seeing or hearing nothing unusual, other than the familiar sounds of the desert. One neighbor recalled someone mentioning coyotes around 11 o'clock, while another said it was quite common in the area. Meanwhile, officers continued to check cameras pointed at the land where the bodies were discovered. Some homes did not have security cameras, while others did. At the time, it was unconfirmed whether any footage existed or whether it could shed light on the matter. Thanks to the cooperation between the FBI, the Las Vegas Metro Police Department, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the body's identity was determined after 11 days. A public appeal campaign, along with an artist's sketch, helped a family friend recognize the child and contact the police. The victim was 7-year-old Liam Houston, an autistic boy from San Jose, California. He is believed to have left home with his mother, Samantha Moreno Rodriguez, and that was the last time the family knew where Liam was. It all began on May 24, 2021, when the mother said she and her son were traveling looking for cheap accommodation. Just 48 hours later, they were in Las Vegas. According to her later confession, on May 28, she took Liam to Mountain Springs for a hike, Koonai de Engzui, in that remote area. In a moment of losing control due to her son's behavior, she violently assaulted him for 10 to 15 minutes, causing his death. She left, abandoning the body at the scene, without calling for help or notifying anyone. The journey continued to Colorado, where she was arrested at a Denver hotel on June 8, just hours after Liam was identified. In the interrogation room, she recounted the entire incident, including her state of mind at the time. Samantha Moreno Rodriguez had no prior criminal record and was Liam's sole caregiver. Liam was an autistic child attending a specialized support center until the pandemic disrupted intervention services. The case outlines a prolonged period of isolation, psychological exhaustion, and mental breakdown. On September 1, 2022, she pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and aggravated harmful treatment. The sentence was handed down on November 17, 20 years in prison, with the possibility of parole to avoid the death penalty. 11 days was the time it took for the world to know his name. Liam Husted, a 7-year-old boy with an innocent soul who needed protection the most. The moment Samantha admitted to attacking her son for 15 minutes, simply because he didn't listen, we realize a harsh reality. The line between maternal love and crime is sometimes separated by a single moment of losing control. Samantha chose to flee to Colorado instead of facing the truth, but the truth emerged from the footprints in the hot sand. Let's join Liu Channel in spreading the message of patience and love so that no child has to suffer the same fate as Liam. Thank you for watching today's video. See you tomorrow on Liu Channel.